I wanted to speak briefly and quickly about Kevin Bacon. I just read a tweet about him talking about how he just finally, or something, put on a disguise in public so he could go out and view the world as a regular person without being recognized. And he says, at the end of it, it fucking sucks. Nobody said I love you to me walking down the street. I had to wait in line for groceries and coffee and nothing was handed to me. Hey, good for fucking you. You know, he usually plays a fucking prick on TV. I'm not saying he's not a good actor. I think his best role ever was probably Animal House, his first role ever. I'm not really sure if he went up from there. I'm just kidding. But that being said, I'm not trashing his acting. He does usually play a fucking prick on the screen, though. It got me thinking, first of all, alright, I respect the fact that he would so publicly say something like, that honest. Completely right, It fucking sucks just trying to fucking grind out here. Nobody does love you, nobody lets you cut. You might find good people every now and then out in your travels in public, but most people are fucking awful. It's just the fact of the matter. I don't like it. I just speak the facts. That being said, that brings me to my bigger point. This is exactly why you shouldn't let celebrities ever dictate to you how to vote, how to feel politically, influence your politics, influence, your vote. You can share your opinion all you want. But when you all get together and make, this really deep video with 1 million celebrities with a white backdrop behind them saying, this is very bad. This is bad for America. You need to go ahead and vote the other side. You need to be a leftist liberal for us because America is going to be lost. And then fucking Biden gets elected and look where we are now. I digress. What I'm saying is these fucking celebrities don't have anything meaningful to say. They all live in bubbles. They don't go out. When they do go out, they're swarmed and loved and, get shit for free. They constantly get shit for free. They have God's money and they barely got to spend it. The shit that they spend it on is their fucking brand new third pool and another tennis court in their backyard, right next to the, helicopter landing pad. They are not grounded. They are not real people. They're barely entertainers. I mean, I kind of gave up on Hollywood after I found out that a good probably 80% of them are total pedophiles and weirdos, and a good other 15% of them are just assholes. Assholes, retards, cocksuckers, literally. I don't give a shit about a celebrity. Like I said, I don't get starstruck. And I don't think anybody else should either. There's plenty of great entertainment around you. Support your local entertainment. Might not be great on TV. And I'm not saying, I watch TV. I'm not saying boycott it. You can go ahead and watch TV, but separate yourself. These people have no connection to the common person, the common man, the common woman. That's just not them. They live a privileged life. They have servants take care of their every whim, every need, every desire. Don't work for much. A lot of them are nepotism babies. You'd be surprised even, you're saying, oh yeah, well of course that actor that came out in, 2012, when they turned 14, 15, they're a nepo baby, or, from the 90s, they're a nepo baby. No, we're talking about even fucking, like, I love Kurt Russell. I absolutely adore Kurt Russell. At least the roles that he plays. See, I like him a lot more than Kevin Bacon, but his dad, Bing Russell, he was on Andy Griffith, Bonanza, had his own, he was successful in his own right. Oh, Bryan Cranston. Love Malcolm in the Middle. Breaking Bad's alright. Once you kind of watch Sopranos, everything's just ruined. Everything after that's just corny, in my opinion. Sopranos did it 10 times better. Did everything 10 times better. I mean, that's more accurate depiction of that lifestyle than, any of these other TV shows that are so deep, but digressions. Bryan Cranston's father was I think it said that he was a, screenwriter and actor, and, they grew up in Hollywood. Bryan Cranston as a kid rode horses at Spahn Ranch while Charles Manson was there, like a year before the Tate murders. So, is he a nepo baby? I don't know. Did he come from money? I don't know that for sure. I wasn't there with him growing up, but he was in Hollywood. Nothing against Bryan Cranston. What I'm saying is, you'd expect it nowadays from the celebrities from the 60s, 70s, 80s, they're kids now. But what you don't realize is that a lot of those celebrities from yesteryears were also nepo babies. Oh, Their parent was a founding, writer or publisher in the Washington Post, or this publication, this news publication, or sat in government, or was in Hollywood, or was in music. A lot of them are in the club, or were, I should rephrase that, a lot of them were already in the club before getting into the club, and they just don't make that known. Nicolas Cage, Francis Coppola's son, And Sofia Coppola, she did her own thing. I think she's still doing shit now. Very few people really, you could say the same thing about Taylor Swift and Billie Eilish, some other hoe, and I forget. But, Taylor Swift comes from her childhood home. She's like, we struggled. My fucking childhood home is like a fucking mansion in the Hamptons or some shit. I don't think it's in the Hamptons, but it's a gorgeous home. Anyone would be fucking stoked to live there. Parents are, very successful lawyers, I think, or her dad was. It's Billie Eilish's family, right? In music or law or some shit like that, too. I don't know the details, the specifics. It doesn't consume my life, but I know enough of it to say, hey, I know a lot of fucking talented people in my life, all over, the spectrum, all over the realms of whatever they can do. They're not doing anything, they're not getting any calls. But then these other people who are fucking groomed into it and sold into it in their childhood, all these. We know enough, right? We know enough by now to know that this is all just like a fabrication. That even the ones that did get in kind of, sold their innocence, sold their souls to these fucking monsters also. Unless their parents did, which is absolutely fucking disgusting. I went way off track here. We were talking about Kevin Bacon. Politics. Why should a fucking celebrity tell me how to vote, how to feel about what's going on in the country? They don't have to deal with any of it at all. It's just the facts. Oh, there's a homeless person begging outside of my mansion. Well, we better call up Gavin Newsom. He'll send up the firing squad, execute them. They'll clean it up. They'll send the road cleaning crew right after. They're not being affected by any of this shit. Oh, inflation? Oh, gee, I was making $30 million a year, and now I still am, but now I gotta spend a little bit more. Isn't just not, they're not dealing with the same fucking struggles about a roof over their head, feeding the family, getting food on the table, clothes on backs, all the other fucking cash, obstacles in life, daily, yearly. It's just not practical. And I know we've been saying this forever, don't listen to celebrities about politics, but seriously, they think that they have more influence than they do. They're already, way overrated. I would have to say, it's not a difficult job. A lot of people say, well, you'd be surprised. Acting, it's really not everybody can do it. You know what? I'm sure not every single person in the world can do it, but I think most people could. Because really all it takes is getting comfortable enough in front of cameras to not really acknowledge that they're there, and maybe have, the ability to harness your emotions or harness your ability to convey emotions, which I think most people can truly do at the end of the day. It's not a hard job. Can fucking Kevin Bacon drop what he's doing right now and go fucking labor all day long, be a roofer, be a, electrician, a plumber? Could he fucking be, a lawn person? Could he even sit at a cubicle all day long and fucking dick around with spreadsheets and shit? And I don't think he'd want to, because it fucking sucks. All of it fucking sucks. But you know what doesn't suck? When I get to come out to my garage and fucking talk to a camera. This isn't Hollywood here, but it's natural and it's easy. And you're gonna sit there and tell me, oh well, acting is a very important role that is, tantamount to all the other roles in society. No, it's not. It's really not. It's fun. It's entertaining. You're not needed. All right. Really, what it does is it pacifies, just like sports, pacifies a large chunk of the population to not care about anything at all. And then, when they're not caring about anything at all, except for what they're consuming, well, guess what? Hey, that guy who plays that guy that I like, he says that I should vote this way because he thinks that if you vote the other way, you're a Nazi and bad, and only bad things can happen. Well, gee, if Trump gets in office for a second term in 2020, there's going to be an inflation and a World War III and a housing crisis and a food crisis and a border crisis. Well, I guess it's a good thing that we got Biden then, huh? Because none of that shit happened. So I'm glad that, you know, Biden was able to save the Trump predictions, and instead we're living in the most prosperous time in society, in history, in America. Whatever. Hey, celebrities suck my cock, and quite frankly, if I ever got to the stature or status of a fucking D-list celebrity, I would love to meet these people just to say to their face, "You're a fucking loser." All right? I'm not a grifter. I'm not a fucking sellout. I'm comfortable with who I am, what I am, and I've made do with what I earn for a decade now. So I don't need to fucking sit out here and try and sell some bullshit or go kiss ass. I'm gonna go fucking meet someone like that. Fuck you. What do you know? You don't know jack shit. Lick my balls. And that thing that you were in, you were alright. I think that you could have, you know, acted a little bit better. I think that you overacted here, underacted there. You're not that good. That's what I would say, at least. Kevin Bacon. Maybe leave the disguise on.
That was kind of bad.